Hi there, Melody Moore here of Business Tech Ninjas. I believe that technology should be easy. However, oftentimes it is not. Today, we're going to be talking about a Once Hub, formerly known as Schedule Once. Now, I want to be very clear right off the bat. I'm a big fan of Schedule Once. It is our preferred meeting booking software as of today, which is July 18th, 2024. However, interactions like this do lend me to kind of think, okay, like maybe I should start looking at other softwares because I truly believe that technology should be easy or as easy as it possibly can be. And then as a developer, you're looking to make it make sense for the user, not for them to have to clap and jump up 300 times in order to get something to work. Now, so I'll illustrate the current problem that we're having with OneShub and that we connect OneShub to our Keep account. And there's a setting within OneShub which automatically creates a number of different tags within the CRM whenever a meeting is created, like whenever a meeting type, like 30-minute meeting or whatever else. So that creates a series of about 3 to 4 different tags. That's a meeting, meeting booked, meeting completed, meeting rescheduled, like meeting canceled or something. What this has inevitably led to for one of our clients is 6,000 tags. And if you're familiar with Keep, this creates organizational debt and also slows down their app. So we now need to go in and clean out all of these tags to say, okay, which ones we actually want here? Like which ones actually are meaningful and are going to help us going forward, and which ones of them are just noise potentially. So I was like, okay, all of these meetings have like meeting IDs on them. No problem. I'll go into OneShub. I will find the ones that are relevant and still active, and I'll just delete the rest. But then I go in there and I'm like, where do I find this meeting booking? Like, where do I find this ID? And I'm like looking around. I'm like, finally, you know what? I'm gonna contact their support. And this is where things get fun. uh, and I'm always fascinated, like how do you like good support? Good support's a challenge, let's just put it that way. But I think it can be done well if it's done thoughtfully and you're giving your support people the right tools. And I don't think that these support people have the right tools in order to be able to give a good service. So I got my auto response right away. And so what they came back with is essentially that you can find the booking ID, but you have to go into scheduled meetings in the back end and then click on details, or it's at like the bottom of the page, and there's some screenshots I'll show you on here too, and find that booking ID. This is a problem. I've got 50 or so active booking links right now, and I don't know the last time any of them have actually been used. So to be able to go and like look at scheduled links in the back end, so they've given me screenshots here of like go to all meetings, go to scheduled meetings, look at creation date, look at completed date, and then you're going to be able to go and click on one of them, and then at the bottom here is you can see the booking ID down here in the section at the below. And I'm just thinking about the time and labor it's going to take to be able to find this information and to clear this up. In my mind, a booking software, if they're using this unique ID, then within Schedule Once or OneShub, they have like the meeting booking type. Like the ID should be in there, or it should be in the URL. At first, I thought I could find it in the URL because oftentimes software companies will do that. However, it's not. The fact that they bury it, that you have to find it when you're in all meetings, just to me is just wild. Like this is data that's already there for them, but nobody's just thought like, how is our system actually going to be used by that end user? Like, how can we make their lives better? It is basically a developer driven company in my mind. I love it because it gives me a lot of granularity of what I can do from an automation perspective with meetings. However, it does feel like Schedule One is definitely a developer driven company, not a customer driven company necessarily. So what I want you to take away from this is just like really one, I'm gonna have to get creative with how to solve this problem of like, do we just clear out all of those booking links? I don't know. But looking at which technology providers or service providers you're working with, of when are they kind of gaslighting you a little bit? Because this kind of feels like a little bit, it's like not gaslighting, but a little bit of it of like, you can do it. You just need to like run a marathon with 2 backpacks on your back and that'll be fine, right? And it's like, well, no, that's not fine. Like I've got a lot of stuff going on, it like that I need to get done. And a company is paying us to do this for them, but I also don't feel great about charging them for all the labor costs that it would take to actually clean this out well. So now I've got to get creative of like, how do I solve this problem for them without, them having to sell the farm in order to clean up tags that should have never really been created in the first place. So it really comes down to like really looking at, your technology providers and your service providers of like what kind of service are they providing and what's your expectation for them and what level do you hold them to? Because after this interaction and several others, honestly, I kind of am wondering that like maybe there is a better booking tool out there. There's a couple others that I do like that have a much better user experience. And if they're going to make my lives easier, and then when I ask them a question, they're going to answer it in such a way where it's like, hey, I understand what you're trying to get at here, then that's going to cut down on my labor costs, it's going to cut down on my stress levels. And ultimately, that's probably a better technical solution for me than one that gives me this ring around of you've only got to like stand up, spin around 3 times and jump up and down, and then you can do what you want to do. And it's like, or I could just, switch tools potentially. That would also work potentially. I don't know. Anyways, this is Melody Moore, Business Tech Ninjas. Technology should be easy. I hope you have a great rest of your day.